Hello and welcome to All I Do Is Fail. I am your host, Tom Elwes. I'm joined today by Ali Woods in the shirt of his team on the eve of what might be the end of his team's legacy.
Manchester Reds, as they're known.
Yeah.
I learn all football from Pro Evo 2. From Pro Evo 2, the Manchester Red. I got the shirt on, guys. If you're watching on the YouTube, you're very lucky to be witnessing this greatness. I'm still going for it, 29 years old, still wearing football shirts.
Yeah.
And this is not an old football shirt, latest season. Latest style. Casimir on the back. Just in case I get the call up at Wembley tomorrow. I'll be there ready. I'm going in shorts and boots and shin pads as well, just in case.
Yeah.
Put me on, gaffer.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm ready.
Yeah. But it's good times. FA Cup final tomorrow. I'm ready for it. Tom, your season was over about a month ago, so that's a bit shit. But we've still got plenty to play for.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I've had a thought about how obviously you're playing Man City with
who? Never heard of them, mate.
The big club Manchester.
We're playing what they call Abu Dhabi, Emirates Air, whatever they are.
So
that's what we're playing.
I had a little thought
Abu
about
Dhabi FC.
how we can finally make some money out of this podcast on the way here.
Sports washing, podcast washing.
Wait for this, okay? It's all about early adoption. You've got to be the first one, okay? Shall I tell you what we need to rebrand this whole podcast entity as? All I do is Saudi League, okay?
Saudi League.
We become a Saudi League podcaster. Yeah, you're gone.
Maybe you wouldn't be allowed to. You'd be allowed to talk anyway. Yeah. What are you talking about? I'm gone. Get into a separate room. This is so haram.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We come in, couple of Al Shabab shirts. Eventually, think of the sponsorship deal.
Shabab. Al Shabab. I'm not sure that's one of the teams.
Al Shabab, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think that was it.
Al Shabab.
I'm getting Al Shabab confused with a terrorist organization or like a fundamentalist radical Islam organization.
I feel like
I didn't think that.
I feel like.
Are you talking about Al Halil?
No, Al Shabab. What does that say there?
Al Shabab. Al Shahab. That's Al Shahab.
Oh, sorry, Al Shahab.
I think Al Shabab is like a fundamentalist Islam organization that has militant coups in the Middle East. I think if you Google Al Shabab, can you Google Al Shabab for us, please, quickly, Phoebe? And that's your last action on this Saudi.
Al Shabab militant group.
Okay. Maybe not that.
We'll have to get just a black flag with a sword on it as our background. Al Shabab shirts.
But what do you think?
Al Shabab will be heading home from this cup. It's terrible.
What do you think of the rebranding? I don't think there's that many Saudi League podcasts out there right now.
No.
Yeah, so we could be, and think of someone's going to give us some serious cashola to be talking about that.
We'll have to start with prayer.
Yeah, fine.
Start with prayer.
Ali, I thought you were a feminist.
What's wrong? And what's the problem? Saying you can't be Muslim and a feminist.
Oh.
No, but you said I'm off the podcast.
Yeah, but that's not against women. That's against you. Yeah. Jesus Christ. We'll get a woman who has the common decency to wear a niqab. Yeah. Look at yourself, for goodness sake. Got more flesh on show than a butcher's.
I am dressed quite inappropriately.
That's what I said to Phoebe. I mean, you look lovely, of course you do, Phoebe. Well, I said to Phoebe, as soon as we came in, I was like, oh, go to a festival. And she went, I'm dressed so inappropriately for my day at work. But the sun's out, guns out.
Got to do it.
That's what I said. Sun's out, Hun's out even.
Ooh, hello.
Yes, Hun, get the savvy bee flowing.
Yeah, could be. You're going to be on the Prosexy?
Sexy.
Yeah.
Well, that certainly won't be allowed on All I Do Is Saudi League Football Podcast. That's gone.
Well, we're going to be sponsored by Quran audiobooks.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I don't know, just some prints. I'll take any wealthy benefactor out there.
You've got to have a Saudi sponsor. You've got some oil. Keep buying oil.
Yeah, exactly. We love it.
If you buy electric car, that is haram.
Yeah.
And you will not get into the kingdom of heaven. Mm-hmm. All right, clip that up. Get that on, get on the socials. Just as a 4-second clip, that'll be good.
Sponsors in. We get to know all the players, all the names, all the teams.
Are you talking about the players, or are you talking about back to Al Shabab, the terrorist organization?
No, come out.
And this weekend we had Al Shabab versus ISIS and the derby. Okay, so that's your idea, Tom.
I'm not sure it has legs.
If you're not into it,
well, that sort of thinking will get ousted from this nation state podcast.
Yeah, if you're not into it, then you can just support us on Patreon as well.
But we'll be the Saudi podcast.
Saudi podcast, yeah, it could be worse. We'd definitely get some good sponsorship money because they are throwing money around left, right, and centre. So
would you get many listeners? Do you think?
Doesn't matter. Get the money. That's all that matters. We'll be the only ones. We're the early adopters.
Our studio would be so sick.
Yeah,
it would be awesome. We'd have unbelievable clips.
I'd like it to all be gold. Like
I
a
think you'd
gold-
sit on a throne of someone else or something else.
What,
Like a
what do you mean?
tiger or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
There's
cool.
a
Yeah.
tiger like with the back up.
Yeah.
And you're like
Yeah.
sat in.
Yeah, I'd have a panther and you could have a tiger. That'd be cool.
Thing is, I think I'd look quite good in one of those shake outfits. What are they called? The whites. I think I suit white quite well, and it'd
That's
be good for
not-
the sun blocking.
Is that right?
Well, it sort of just blends. I would have actually thought black would be better because
I try to avoid white sometimes if
Yeah.
you're ginger.
Oh, really?
you
Is it-
just
Not
disappear.
me. I take it head on. I take my fears. I take them head on, mate. All white, everything.
I'm wearing Factor 50 today.
Oh, well
Oof.
done. Well, I hope
Yeah.
so.
Good.
But like everywhere.
Oh, good.
Okay. Shall we move on? Now we've covered that.
So we've got a couple people to thank this
Okay,
time.
here we go.
Oh wow.
Sheikh Al
What a guy.
who's given £100 million to the Patreon.
And the
I'm
people
just
from
gonna-
Al Shabaab as well. They're-
the good people of Al Shabaab.
Yeah. The good people of the Al Shabaab, and also we're working on it, but I feel like there's a few people from the old Wagner group as well. They're gonna, other organisations we can thank.
We'll get sponsored
By
by Harvey Weinstein's
Yeah.
company.
Miramax, they're going to sponsor us as well. We're taking in all the good ones. All the big
Oh,
sponsors.
Kelly does the theme tune.
Yeah.
So, firstly, I want to say thank you to new patron Alicia,
Hello, Alicia.
who came to the show on
Oh.
Tuesday, gave us a big hug, wanted a picture. And also, so thank you for becoming a patron. Appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the extra episodes. Also, shout out briefly Natalia, who was at the show, who was a fan of mine. And she said, I tried listening to your podcast, very random, and then walked off. So that's her feedback.
Thanks.
Also want to shout out Day.
Day.
It goes by one name, Day.
Day. That's
Nemesis, Night.
pretty- Okay.
Caesar.
Day. But she sent a message. But also become a patron. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy the extra episodes. Hi, AIDIF. New patron here. Just wanted to extend my biggest thanks for making this podcast. The guy's quick wit always has me laughing my ass off, and Phoebe is so level-headed with the craziest stories.
Oh.
That's nice. Not funny though, Phoebe.
No. Also level-headed.
Yeah. Phoebe, you're the level-headed, reasonable voice on this podcast.
I'm
Yeah.
the least level-headed out of all of us, though.
Well, I mean, you're the only
fine.
one who didn't sort of glorify Al Shabaab in the last 7
So-
minutes.
Only because I didn't know who they were.
Sometimes I have a hard time understanding the British vernacular.
Oh.
So this is what we're doing, people. But I freaking love it. Why is American English so boring? Thank y'all for bringing light and laughter to the world. Much love from Texas.
Oh.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Dave.
Thank you so
Dave.
much.
And I reply, please do not contact this channel. It was not monitored. So thank you very much to those who get. And also, I bumped into another fan on the street the other day, Norman. Shout out Norman, who
Big up,
who
Norman.
looked at me and went, "All I do is fail." And
Oh.
thankfully, he listens to the podcast. He didn't just think you're a big failure.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. We really appreciate it. And you keep this podcast going. If you want an extra episode every week, you can subscribe to our Patreon. And this week, for instance, they would have heard all about our amazing times in Berlin and Poland. So
Yes, Tom's time in Berlin.
was wild.
I'm
you wanna-
sad. I want to become a patron. just
Yeah.
like
If you want to hear about an interesting time in Berlin, then I would subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah, yeah.
Did anything go up your bum?
Not mine, but you know.
There was bum action.
Baction, if you will.
Yeah.
And now, if you raise your glasses, we come to the baction part of the wedding. So I'll have the bride and the groom up, please.
the Bactionorette party.
Baction.
All right, guys. Before we play West Week, we should probably talk about it. It being the incident that has occurred with Mr. Phillip Scofield. I don't even know if it's an incident. The drama around Mr. Phillip Scofield. He has obviously resigned from ITV from this morning.
Job up for grabs.
Yeah. So we'll come on to that. Who we reckon should be
Out
taking
of the
that job.
two of you,
What?
who's more likely to
Oh.
replace Phillip Schofield?
I'll be.
Actually, okay, right. Both of you have got to.
What do you
pitch.
mean? As in grooming? Tom was quick in there or on the show this morning.
But betwixt the two of you, pitch to me. Pitch to either of your
I
cameras.
agree with Tom.
Oh.
I think he's.
I'll
I
be
think
fantastic at this morning.
I've got too much edge.
Yeah. I am very dyslexic though. Reading a teleprompter would be an issue. that would be an issue for me.
Did you see that? Did you see that clip of the lady who I don't know where her name's from, but African origin name, and the white lady who was introducing her and did get it right, and she was like, "You've got to say my name, otherwise." And she was like, "Oh, go on, we'll just call you Shelley or whatever her name was." And she was like, "Nope, say my name. Come on, this is so disrespectful." And she just kept getting it wrong. I can't wait to see that with you.
Yeah. Well, what I'd have to do is I'd have to know what's coming up, and I'd have to practice it. I mean, I did read out. What was the name of the football team? What is it?
So the one you thought was Al Shahab.
Yeah, Al Shahab. Oh yeah, Al Shahab.
I thought you were going for Al Shahab.
Yeah. So that's not. These are the kind of gaffes that would get me fired from my TV.
Yeah. You'd be more like a Richard Madeley role.
Yeah. Sort of. Oh,
real life. Partridge.
But yeah, no, I'd love the job if possible. We'll go on to who we think would be good, but I would just like to say, yeah. So he gave an interview, I think it was yesterday, to the BBC for the first time, where he said he apologised for his actions, and he said that he definitely didn't groom the boy who he met. It's a difficult one because like maybe he didn't, but all signs point to kind of groomy behaviour.
Groomy. It's groomy, a grooming area. It's the It's groomish.
It's groomish, yeah.
Yeah. Groom adjacent.
I'm being a little groomy, you know,
Yeah.
a little bit groomy. A little. Ooh.
I didn't proper groom him.
Yeah.
It's like a half groom.
Yeah.
It's like,
Look,
we've all been in our 50s with mates in their 15 years old.
because if he hadn't met him when he was 15, then I would not care about this because, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio shags 20-year-olds all the time.
Yeah, so what's your stance on that? Because that's another thing as well that people debate over. So is it just an age gap thing? So if they met when he was 18, is there no problem here? But, I mean, Philip would have been in his 50s.
He started on the show at 19.
Yeah, but I think the issue was he met him at school and then he got him the job.
Waiting outside the gate.
And then he like, you know, he was in contact with him and he got him the job and he kind of was like, let him have access and loads of privileges that he just never would have had without him.
I bet.
With grooming, the definition is if there's a power imbalance.
Okay, well,
if that's with economic status, like actual like hierarchy of power.
What? So you're not allowed to date someone who earns less than you?
Yeah.
Well, no, but
you're fucked. The women you've dated, you've been groomed like 20 times, Tom.
I have.
You've been groomed so much. Tom's been groomed. He's a groom survivor. Fucking hell.
Just to clarify with the grooming thing, I think that it's only grooming if you meet them when they're a minor. If you're rich and you meet a 20-year-old, that's not breaking the law. There's a power imbalance, but you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
You know, is grooming against the law? I don't even know. Is it a crime?
It's deeply frowned upon.
It's deeply frowned.
I went to Google grooming definition just now, and the first thing that comes up is Phillip Scofield.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I thought you was about to Google there, Phoebe. How to groom. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, grooming, it's deeply troubling. I tell you what, it's not on.
It's bloody not on.
Down with this.
I won't have it.
Down with this sort of thing.
Do you want to make a firm stance like you did with feminism? Camera 3.
All I do is fail. Says if you're grooming, bloody well stop it. Yeah. Enough of that.
Disgusting behaviour.
No grooming.
Yeah, I just think it's a tough one. And then also everyone. I mean, I did a sketch about it. Some people were upset, but.
But they are so sketches. They're like, this is shit.
Yeah,
mate.
but everyone, everyone's pretending that clearly he said that no one knew, right, that it was going on. But clearly people knew because otherwise, how did the rumors get out?
People knew.
Yeah, on the everyone must have known that it was going on.
They saw the signs.
Yeah,
they saw the signs.
Apparently, he was having him, and this could all just be salacious rumor, but apparently he was having him back to sleep over at his house every like Thursday or something.
Philip was like, I want to make it an entertainment. Who's the biggest name in entertainment? Michael Jackson. I'm gonna follow those principles. Sleepovers at mine. It's not a weird thing. It's just I'm in touch with my inner child.
Yeah.
And I'm touching an inner child.
Yeah.
And I'm touching a child inward.
That is a mad, in hindsight, that is an absolutely mad defense. Just be like, I'm in touch with my inner child. Like, that's your defense. Like,
Michael.
That is one of the wildest defenses.
Going quickly to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
That is, if you're super talented at music, music beats everything. Music's the best art form. It just is. if you're that talented in music, people give you a lot of leeway. They'll let you change race and touch up children, and still be like, he's just a good guy. Like,
I think they said he's just a good guy.
He's actually doing charity. It's actually charity.
He's the king of pop, man. Like, his dad was abusive. Okay, fair enough. I don't know what Phil. I thought Phil maybe should have come up with something like that.
Well, you should have said something along.
Well, he did the Kevin Spacey, didn't he? Did the Kevin Spacey at first? He went.
I'm gay.
He went. The problem is, before any rumors come out, I'm gay. It's a great way to kick off Pride Month with a guy coming out, a 61-year-old gay man being like, "It's not my fault. He was a sexy 15-year-old, but we didn't do anything. It's not my fault. We got on, right? Look, we were all there, 15 years old. We all had mates who were 56 years old, whatever, hanging out, just bros, just the guys shooting the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is weird to get like a 20-year-old kid with like not much experience or anything, just like, oh, here's a great job. Like, here's come on the telly. Like, no questions asked. Just come on the telly.
Here's my question though: where's the kid in all this? What is he?
Well,
saying?
he doesn't want anything to do with that. He doesn't want it to be out. You know, he wants to.
X.
Yeah.
Oh, drama. Get over it, mate. God, dragging it out.
He just wants to have a quiet life, says Phillip Scofield. That's what he said.
So why are we trusting Phillip Scofield on this?
Well, you know, for a long time he's been the voice of a nation, so that's why.
Did you see that We Buy Any Car advert that got dredged up again?
Oh, no. But
So I completely forgot about this, but do you remember?
Yeah.
We Buy Any Car advert. It wasn't even that he was just in it. The We Buy Any Car advert principle, the premise of it was, be more Phillip Schofield. You've got to look it up. Guys, if you've not watched
remember
it,
that ad.
you've got it, and they had all Phillip Schofield balloons and the cars had Phillip Schofield and we wanted to be like the nation's treasure. We've gone by one simple rule. Be more Phillip Schofield.
Oh, that is a PR shit.
Is there any national treasure that's...
David Attenborough, when it comes out, he was grooming turtles that were only 15 years
Just
old.
fuck them turtles.
Shagging the fucking Komodo dragons.
No, don't.
He seems like a good bloke. But also, he is 90 or whatever.
Yeah, he couldn't do it.
He was brought up, he was 40, 50 years ago. He was brought up in a different age. Who knows what he was saying and doing.
I wrote a couple of people who I think could do it, right? Take the this morning job. So there's the obvious, okay? We got, astronaut Tim Peake. He always comes up.
What?
You know?
I forgot about him. I thought we fired him back out to space.
No,
I don't know from him in
everyone loves
ages.
astronaut Ashley Banjo. He could also do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Diversity
Yeah.
in more than one sense.
Lizzo from Newsround as well. He could probably do it.
Oh, a throwback.
Yeah, come on, Lizzo.
Legend.
What's Lizzo doing? Give him the job.
But is he still around? Is he?
Yeah, he's doing stuff. He'll be all right.
What about Otis from
Otis from
Sports One?
Yeah,
Sporty One. He was good as well.
and that was it. That was the only people I said.
Alison Hammond.
Ah, she's very good.
She's good.
Isn't
Well,
she
she's going to
really
get
on
it, isn't she? She's got it, I thought.
Isn't she? Oh no,
She's on a
this
different one, isn't
morning?
But this morning is what it was, I think. Holly Willoughby and Phillip Schofield. But she is on something, isn't she? She's on.
That's what I'm saying. No, I got it.
Is she on this morning already?
Maybe
But
she
as a
The
correspondent and an interviewer. And
The
stuff like
papers
that.
talk as well about this morning, like it's like you're the voice of the nation, and they talk about it like it's like a really intense like political thing. But actually, a lot of that show like it's just them like interviewing flat earthers and being like,
Yeah.
"Oh, the spring range of dresses is out."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
let's have a
So
look.
you're addicted.
Yeah,
You're addicted to glue.
yeah.
Tell us about your struggle. You say it started at primary school. Well, that's a problem with our nation, isn't it? Anyway, moving on. Cheryl has been looking at the biggest pie factory in Wigan.
Oh, how are you, Cheryl?
Cheryl, can you hear us there?
It's very loud in here, but I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go.
But would you do it then, Tom? If they called you up, your agent was on the blower.
what?
I feel like your agent is like the lady from Friends. That's how I always see your agent.
Hey, I got a job
Estelle.
for ya.
Tom!
I got a job for you.
Tom, I got a job for you. You're gonna be inside Goofy. The costume, it's with Disney Plus. You get expenses.
Oh, did you see the highest paid role? Phoebe, you'll like this because obviously you worked at Legoland. The highest paid role in any live show at a theme park is in Disneyland is the girl who plays Ariel, because when she's playing Ariel, all the other, because of her costume and everything, she can't leave the boat. It's like on a boat. It's all done on like a boat stage that goes across, but she can't leave the stage. Everyone else runs off the stage thing, but she can't leave. And then all the fireworks go up around her. But what they do is they just chuck her like a flame defendant towel thing over her head, and she just has to sit there and take the dangerous fireworks near her. Yeah.
But how much are you getting paid?
I don't know.
Oh, for goodness sake, I thought we were going to find out how much.
That's the highest paying one.
Yeah.
Fair. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I could get that. 'cause
You could do that.
I was ginger.
Yes.
You have to be able to sing though and be Ariel.
Phoebe's very talented.
At what?
I can learn.
Phoebe's a very talented woman.
Oh.
I can't sing though.
Okay, for fuck's sake.
Okay, yeah. Any other pitches for who you would like to take on this morning? John?
I think it should be Gino D'Acampo.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, it's a bit obvious.
It's already
though.
on there.
Quite boring. It's a bit of a dull choice.
Okay, fine. What about
Go the other way. Staunch homophobic person. who's famously homophobic?
I don't know.
Trying to think
Anyone
in the public eye
Yeah.
who's quite homophobic. Go for someone like that, maybe. Also, get the guy. Get the guy to do it. Get the kid who was. So that would be. Look, you got groomed, but.
the Padawan becomes the Jedi, you know?
Have you seen the film Power of the Dog?
No.
Watch that film, and
Okay.
it's like that. Okay?
All right.
It's a great film.
Anyone else? Anyone else that you could recommend doing it from the British public? We could
Mooch?
Mooch. We could just give people a go. Give anyone a go.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
old auditions.
Do you remember when they had that art exhibition, which was like it was like a platform in Trafalgar Square, and you could book it for like 40 minutes or an hour or something like that. Do it like that every day. Someone else. So you just have to sign up online. I'd love that.
I'd love that.
I'd love Holly Willoughby next to some
Yeah,
bloke.
keep Holly though. She's got to do
Oh
it.
no, Holly's got to stay.
Yeah.
Holly's got to stay. She's just got to be next to some
Ryan the
some
cabbie.
guy called
Yeah.
Phil. Yeah. And Phil, so how have you been this week? I'll tell you a better weeks, mate. These fucking immigrants
Yeah.
come in here. And Holly's just like, okay, well, we move on.
Well, Phil, thanks for coming. Yeah, okay. A round robin of anyone in entertainment or anyone who signs up could be fun. I would enjoy that. Any other high-profile celebs? I think it's quite a weird. It's a niche job. Are there any like TV presenters? You know that is a dwindling.
Hey, Dermot O'Leary.
Yeah, but
back
it's
on.
obvious. You know.
No, I do like one of the banjos.
One of the banjos.
Who are the other banjos?
He's got a
Jordan
brother.
Banjo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who does
Jordan. Fuck's Jordan Banjo.
he's another dancer, and he and Perry Kiley do Capital Extra or Capital One.
Yeah.
These people from Diversity. Perry was the.
I
other
would-
He was the
Yeah,
little
yeah,
kid
that
that
one.
did the.
Let's get some comedians with controversial podcasts.
This is what I'm saying. Balance it out. Balance.
I think we
it
should
out.
get Elliot Steele and Michael
Yeah, let's
Oduwale
get
doing this morning.
doing some shit talking podcasts so they talk about gulags or whatever. You know, like that's what we need.
I want to hear Elliot, and I'll shout out Elliot
Yeah.
still. Good bloke, friend of the podcast. I'm going to take piss out of you now. Elliot will be there like, but you've got to understand, these flat earthers, some of them actually have like quite good evidence. That's what I want. And
You got to look deep.
Michael will be like, why are you saying that, bro?
Why are you saying
Why
that?
are you saying
Why are you
that,
saying
man?
that?
Why are you saying that?
Yeah, something like that. Let's just get let's get some characters on. You know, the world. The reason that people are turning off daytime is because they're listening to podcasts. So bring the podcast on.
Well, I could do. I volunteered to do the weather as Gail.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah.
But the weather person's called Gail.
As not
That's
Gail.
amazing.
Gail Four Sweets is a double-barreled surname. It's my weather
Oh,
presenter.
sorry, this is a character.
No, this is the character that will be doing the weather. What do you think?
I'm so glad you could bring out this character that you clearly honed at drama school and is finally getting to. See, Mum, I told you.
No,
it was very important.
This character came out actually after I was leaving a job. I only had a week left. And someone brought a massive beanbag into the office. So instead of doing work, because you know when you kind of check out, I would sit and host myself. I would host the podcast, and I had lots of different characters. So there was Gail, there was there were other characters basically,
Right,
and
you were
they
playing
would
all the
What is
characters.
this?
all debate.
Is this
the
like
topic.
your breakdown? Or
Yeah,
what?
this is it. You masked this as some sort of funny, quirky last week.
Yeah.
That is a breakdown.
Yeah.
So
you
you're
in your
telling
bedroom being Gail.
No,
and
not
being
in the
like,
bedroom. At work, isn't it? You were just.
I'm Gail all the time. She's always.
She's
always
in
there.
control now. She's driving the ship. Gail's here.
Yeah, Phoebe.
Yeah.
I don't know who Phoebe is.
Gail's here
Anyway,
now.
so there'll be a long, windy tunnel coming through here.
Yeah, so I do the weather around here. Sail by, spelt B-A-E, is also AKA Cornwall Katie. She does the coast.
Okay.
Okay, so we got two of you. Well, that's covered. Thank
Yeah.
you. Right.
Okay.
On that note,
I can't believe
Weird.
I've never spoke about this on the podcast.
I'm thankful that you haven't. And we will
Level-headed Phoebe.
Yeah, level-headed Phoebe. We will move on to worst week. Okay, who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Cool.
Okay, so my worst week is I got disappointed by all the fun things that I had planned.
Oh,
They didn't happen.
Well, no, they did, but they just didn't happen in the way that I expected them to. Like, for example,
What were they? Yeah, explain what
we went to a festival, and I was going to go with Cornwall. Katie came down, like my cousin, like all the best people that I was going to go to a festival with. No signal, so we didn't meet up with everybody. And what's even worse is that Katie's mate never found anyone.
Oh.
She was just on her own.
What kind of festival?
The
Where
whole
was this?
day.
Like a dungeon? Like what?
No, it's in Brixton.
Oh.
What?
What?
Sorry? Did you not get signal in Brixton?
No.
That's Zone 2 London.
What phone network?
Oh, let's not talk about my phone network.
Okay, yeah.
How do you
We'll
know?
get to the-
Because-
we'll
I
get to
thought it
the
was going to
crux
be in
of
some random
Because-
field,
Yeah.
like 100 miles out. What the fuck in Brixton?
No.
What's going on?
Look,
You
everyone
can
had the same
You can
problem.
connect to the Costa Wi-Fi. Fucking hell.
To be honest, at the festival you were at, someone probably knocked out the 4G tower. Just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
mate.
Yeah. He just,
Controlling
it's
our
like
brains.
Phoebe's coming
Anyway.
up to some guy, they're like, I'm sorry, I know you're probably getting asked this the whole day, but like, is there anywhere that just gets signal? He'd be like, do you want them to invade your brain?
Yeah.
If you connect to 4G, they're inside. Yeah? You understand that.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
go rave over there.
Yeah, we ripped down all the towers.
Oh no, it wasn't a ravey one. It was quite a chill one.
Oh, okay.
It was across the tracks.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. And then some of the other plans that I had recently, they're just like they've
What else?
happened,
What-
but they just haven't happened
In the way.
how I thought they would.
What were the other plans?
Well, I went to Fortet as
Yeah.
well, like the week before,
On your own?
and that was okay. No, not on my own actually.
Accompanied by a chaperone?
I was accompanied. Look, I might have gone on a sort of first date
Ooh.
to Fortet.
Fortet.
What
yeah.
an intense date to go to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that was the best I did. Like, I don't know.
Did you try and talk throughout? Were you like,
We did know
going
each other. Okay, wait. So it wasn't completely
What's your
a
favourite
first
film?
date.
It was, yeah, they never met before.
yeah.
It was a blind date. Yeah,
I did immediately at Fortet. Do you want to drop now? Okay. What's your name, sorry?
yeah.
No, but I'll tell you something, right? They really needed a wee right as the first song started.
That's
so
ridiculous.
we'd got a really good position.
Red flag.
Goodness sake.
We'd got there early as well, and they were very stressed about being late. And we got there early, and we got a really good position right by the DJ thing. And there's all, because this is the light show, so there was like all these lights coming down, and just as the first song starts and all the lights come up, they really need a week. Like two couldn't hold it, and because it's just two of us, they were like, no, if I
Weak
go,
bladder. You're out, mate. Dunzo. Shh.
Phoebe? Sorry? Tom?
Me, my worst week, I would say, is I finally had a point with my living with my parents where I was like, we are on different wavelengths.
So you've been living with your parents?
Yeah. I've moved
Huh?
back home. Yeah,
What?
do you not know this?
no.
Well, how have you not
When
brought this
did
up
you,
already?
when did you ever?
I don't know. Yeah, for a few weeks now. Yeah.
How many weeks? How many weeks?
Like
Tom's on the couch.
Yeah,
As in like a couple of months?
Yeah. My partner and baby have come
Yeah,
with
multi-generational household, mate. That's proper old school, mate. Kitchen sink drama.
Kick me out. Just
Ali's, well, the baby's crying.
Yeah.
It's like, Tom, get that. Granddad's
Yeah.
on the phone.
Yeah.
It's kicking off.
Yeah.
Wait,
No.
is it your parents or your in-laws?
No, my parents. Yeah.
Okay.
And
He's gone to Australia.
yeah.
Are you?
I'm not
Have
even
you
here.
moved in with them, or they've moved in with you?
No, we've definitely moved in with them.
Okay.
Definitely. But I had a weird cross-generational thing where my dad was like, there was a report that came out this week about, and he was like, have you seen this? He was like, house prices are falling. And I was like, good.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? He was like,
Well, he was
no.
annoyed.
Yeah, he was like, this is terrible. And I was like, no, it's a good thing. What do you mean? Like,
It's not his house.
yeah, I was like, this is an excellent thing. And he was like, yeah. Anyway, but other than that, it's actually been pretty good. Some people, I've not really spoken about it on the podcast, but my mum has been unwell, and we had some really good news this week. So that's been positive.
Oh, amazing.
So,
No, but that's great news, brother. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Happy
Thank you.
days.
Yes.
You know.
You can't win worse week for that.
no, I know.
So, well, he still lives with his parents.
Yeah.
So, I've had a great week. Brett smashed it. It's been so fun. Had a wicked time in Warsaw with the wedding.
Patreon.com to listen to it.
Patreon.com/AIDIF to listen to it. And me and my partner, we spent it's the most time we spent probably together hanging
2
out.
hours. Two
Yeah,
whole
2
hours.
What was it?
It was so unproductive.
Did you make it through a film or?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was allowed to go off airplane mode for like 10 minutes every hour
Oh,
to
okay.
then just catch up on anything.
Yeah.
Any-
to post
any
a new
emails?
So
TikTok.
you know what? The thing is, right? So I'm quite an extreme person, and that when I'm in the moment, I'm in the moment. So I'm just like, when we're together, I'm like chatting to her. I'm like, let's chat. And then she just got fucking sick of it. She was like, can we just walk back and not talk? We're walking back from somewhere, and we had like a 20-minute walk, and she was like, can we just not? That's all.
I like how you have to schedule your small talk and conversation. You're like, okay, right, everything else in my life is free. I've got this window that I've elected.
Literally, that's how I
Let's
see
get down
it.
to it.
Literally, that's how I see it. Because then this is the
That
thing,
is
right?
so weird.
So I come back.
you not see
This
that
is her. This is. I think this is her bad planning, because then she wants to talk when we're back in London. I'm like, I'm at work. What are you fucking doing?
I've planned. This is our relationship time.
Yeah,
it happens in this
Ideal.
window.
Yeah.
You've got the calendar. What's wrong with you?
She does.
So funny.
Obviously, if there's something important she wants to talk about, I can give
Yeah.
her 6 minutes. But
Yeah, you can free up a bit of diary space.
yeah, I'll push something back. But I mean, she's just
To
got.
be fair, with my exes, sometimes I would make an agenda for our conversation.
Okay, that's.
If I've got like so much that I want to say, or
Wait,
so
is that
much
just
I
for
wanna
you,
know,
or do you send that to them?
I'll make it in the notes app and send it to us both, so that we both know. Because maybe I've got lots that I want to ask, and they've got lots that they want to.
Have you got someone doing the minutes?
Well, sometimes if you know what, actually, sometimes if people send a really long voice note, I have to count on my fingers like the different points that I want to remember to like talk back on.
I can imagine your friends sending very long voice notes.
I know a man who him and his girlfriend used to row so much that his girlfriend insisted, so they could get a balanced argument, that they would record their fights so you could listen back.
That's when you just stop
you got to break
going
up
out.
there.
Yeah, just break up.
Yeah.
Mate.
If your arguments,
like you're being interviewed by the police.
yeah,
according to the record,
yeah.
Imagine also if they recorded it and it was like on shuffle at a party.
Yeah.
And it was like
Stephen, this is not fair.
So anyway, it's not the same actually because you. Oh, sorry, hang on. Wait, back to Pitbull. So who had the worst week then?
I guess Phoebe. I guess.
What I really wanted to say, but I didn't want to put on the pod, is that I was also filled with lots of existential dread this week. So
Okay,
there have been tears.
that's fair. I've been in the existential dread scene, but not this week. It's gone at the moment.
I think you passed the baton. Passed the baton.
A piece the baton onto Gil. Onto Gil.
This podcast wouldn't exist. At least one of us were not having a breakdown. It's got that.
Yeah, someone's got to have it at one time.
Yeah.
I think it's part. I know Tom's mum very happy.
But you are still living
at home.
I am living.
But you
at home.
also went on holiday. You both went on holiday, and
I
you
did
left
go to
me
Berlin
here.
and had a good time.
Yeah, you had a good time. Okay, fair enough. And Ali and Teddy weren't there, so
Yeah. It was a great
party time.
Oh.
I miss them dearly, but I had a really fun time.
Party time.
Oh, I thought they were there.
No,
it's party time. Bro.
I went 3 nights.
Who was your date for the wedding?
Huh?
Did you have a
My
date
mate
for the wedding?
Lucas.
As in GCSE Lucas?
Yes.
Yeah, shared a single bed.
Yeah.
Lucas was like, when we get out there, we're going to talk to girls. So I'm like, yeah, sure.
You got to sleep under this bed, by the way, mate. Yeah.
yeah. So it's just for the first night.
Like a little worm.
Yeah.
You got to get under there.
You got the bag. What was it in Peep Show? What, a sleeping bag? That's a bin bag.
Yeah.
Get in the bin bag, Lucas.
Come on.
This is so cool. I'm out with Tom in Berlin.
Yeah, we're having so much fun. So, all right. So, Phoebe, you win.
Phoebe, well done.
Congrats.
Extend your lead. Dominant. You're like the current Man City team. Just dominating this league.
Destroying other people's legacies. Right. Off we go with, we are now going to move on to Agony Uncle.
So, Agony Uncle is when you send in your issues and we solve them free of charge. So, we always go to people who message into the official AIDIF Pod Instagram account at AIDIF Pod. You can follow us there for clips. The ex of my boyfriend still has the keys to his house to visit the dog. What the fuck is that? So, what do you do in that situation?
Change the locks. Hide the dog.
You gone proper John Wick on this. Put the dog down. Done.
The ex of my boyfriend still has the keys.
Yeah.
No.
So imagine Ali's ex-boyfriend
Absolutely
still had keys to, well, your parents' house apparently.
Yeah.
to visit Mac.
I'll be fuming.
Groomed.
Groomed.
What, the dog?
Too successful.
Yeah, too successful. Too successful.
Stop.
I'm not insecure about it. You are.
Yeah. What do you make of that one, Phoebe? So you're dating someone. What did you break up with the person because they don't know
come along.
boundaries?
This is a clear case, lads, of communication is needed. Because if they've bought the dog together, that is a commitment, and they've agreed that they're going to have the keys. Now, if that is an issue, that's because the ex is, what's the word when you like abusing their power of using the keys?
No, you shouldn't invite that. You should give the dog, sort out giving the dog to the other person for
Well,
say
are they
2
using
days
the keys
there.
to like feed the dog or something like when they're away?
You shouldn't have the person come into your house and. Like,
Well, you're a dog owner, Tom. So what's
Yeah.
your insight? I've never owned a dog, so I don't know. Would the dog be all right with going from house to house?
I think so. I don't actually. There's probably some
but
people.
even if
out
not,
there
they
who are
could
not
just
happy
come
with
in,
it.
I suppose, and just wait and like get let in.
What about Monday to Thursday at hers and Friday to Sunday at yours?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, child divorce.
Yeah. Divorce children,
dog.
they always grow up really even keel.
When adjusted and well rounded. So
So
I think it's not such a bad thing. I think letting your ex just come into the house is weird. Definitely.
I think still having the keys is a bit weird,
that's strange.
but it just depends on like what they're going to do. Like if most of the time they ask, can they come round, bloody blah, but sometimes they can't get hold of the guy and they know that the dog needs a walk because it's a hot day, they go and use the keys. I don't see a problem with that. I don't know, maybe I do.
Could be. Yeah,
would you be happy with that though? Imagine if you lived with your boyfriend as well.
Look, that's really.
You're a creative
Making
person,
my
Phoebe.
imagination
You're a creative
work
person.
here. Imagine I've got someone that
this
loves me
crazy
enough.
scenario. Well, to be fair, the kind of guy maybe you might be in for would also let his
Have a dog.
ex-girlfriend have a dog, but also let his ex-girlfriend be like, no, mate, it's just like dog thing. That's it. It's not. I don't care.
You just
about
don't
that.
want someone coming into your room and going through your stuff. Like
Yeah.
when I was at uni, there was a guy who got a key to our block, like uni where everyone lived block, and he was caught. I'm not winding you up, and this sounds like it's a joke, but it's not. He was caught in someone's room sniffing their boxes.
Weird.
Yeah.
And it was Phillip Scofield.
Phillip Scofield all along. That's
It was Sco-Man himself.
That's the fear, isn't
Let's
it?
go back.
That someone's
Yeah.
going through your stuff.
You
know?
reckon she's gonna do that though?
Yeah, you could. We don't know.
What if she comes in and throws a party at your gaff?
Yeah,
Proper
just
old
fucks it
school
up.
style. Yeah.
Skins party.
Yeah, exactly.
Rip
Yeah,
the
yeah.
curtains down. Yeah.
I mean, let's break it down here. Dog or not, are you comfortable with your current partner, their ex, just having keys to their place? That's weird.
No, definitely.
That's weird. It's not a baby. It's a dog.
Yeah.
Just get over it.
Yeah. You
Work
sort,
out some sort of arrangement, or a week each, a week handover, or whatever.
Yeah, you sort out a custody agreement and you stick to it. You're not going in each other's houses.
Keys to the place. What's that about?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Okay.
Okay.
Dunzo.
So there's two options there: custody agreement, kill the dog.
Kill the dog.
You don't have to kill the dog, just have to make it remove from the situation.
Oh, do a classic.
Release
No,
the dog.
they do a classic. Oh, it's fucking run away.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
dogs run away.
and be like, oh, the door was left open. Who had the keys?
Who had the keys?
Oh,
Mate, that's so good.
yes, you
That's great.
you idiot, you evil idiot. You
It wasn't. I wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
I've been
I
away.
don't even
Yeah.
have a set yet.
Yeah. Yeah. And then as she's leaving, go.
You'd have to take the dog.
She turns around. What's that? Sorry, nothing.
Yeah, you have to take the dog pretty far away. You have to go up north somewhere and let it go in a field.
No, you don't actually lose the dog.
Oh.
No, as in pretend.
Wait,
You
where was
just
the
think
dog
lose
then?
the dog.
My
and
brain
then
was
blame
much more evil. My mum was you drive the dog up north, you let it go in a field, you drive back down, and then you blame it on the other person.
so no one wins.
Yeah.
What? But did you think that's what it was as well, Phoebe?
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't think we were
but
going up north.
If your current partner thinks your dog is dead, then they definitely won't speak to the ex if you blame him for leaving the door.
Yeah,
open.
that's what I'm saying. We'll pretend they're
But
dead.
where is the dog?
You just got to hide it. To give it to your friend. Give it to your friend for a week. Maybe let.
Right, and then when
That's
the
settled.
dog comes
I was
back,
gonna-
And then the dog comes back. So what? What are they gonna? How are they gonna see it? They're your ex.
Yeah. I was going to go straight kill the dog and then bury it in the garden somewhere.
No.
I'm so confused
Everyone can
by these
survive.
reactions.
Do you think? No.
What, so what's confusing you here?
So I would have take the dog kind of far away, but maybe an aunt
Okay.
in the countryside, fine.
Yeah, fine.
And then leave the door open. Who had the keys?
Yeah.
Blame the
It's all
ex.
over.
Yeah, which is cool. And then bring the dog back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we bringing the dog back?
Because don't you want to own the dog?
Yeah,
don't
you
have some
probably
sort of
want the dog
emotional
at some point.
But if you don't care about the dog, we're not. The thing is, this is not get rid of the
you
You
dog.
play the hero and you go, oh my God, I found
No,
the
don't
dog.
tell them you found the dog.
No.
What?
Yeah,
No,
you blame the ex. No. You've blamed the ex. Your partner is already angry at the ex and is like, what a bastard, he let that dog go. And then like
Takes back the key.
2 weeks later, you go, I'm a hero. Look at me. I found the dog.
The Jurassic
No, I
Park
think
shoots.
no, I do think that one looks a bit more dodgy. So what you have to do is just arrange for the aunt to bring the dog back, and then it just potters back through the door.
Yeah.
No, you're not getting it, guys.
Wait, what's your story?
Keep the dog. Don't tell the ex. So now you've got a dog. Ex is gone. All
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's how the dog comes back.
It's how
But the
dog
ex
comes
doesn't
back.
know. The ex doesn't know.
Yeah, you don't tell
No.
me. You're not getting this.
No, you
You're
are
the crazy
conspiring
one.
with your boyfriend. Conspire with your boyfriend. You're on the same team.
No,
but
but I
he
think
doesn't think his
your
is
boyfriend.
weird.
Yeah, your boyfriend doesn't think it's weird. Otherwise, he wouldn't have given him the key and let him come back in. You're the one who thinks it's weird.
You've got to say to the boyfriend, look, let's shaft this lady, right? Whatever.
Okay.
And he's going to say, no, but we got a dog together.
Yeah.
We have a
There's
special bond.
We wouldn't have given the key.
kill the boyfriend, keep the dog. That's
Okay,
my new.
done.
Right.
All right. All I do is win. Win. Okay. Have we got anything else quickly?
That's all on AIDIF. so
Okay.
it's just-
Cool. All right, guys. Let's move on to our final section, which is, of course, Failmail.
So this is, of course, the section of the podcast where you send in your fails related to a certain topic. We will get on to this week's topic briefly because there is a fantastic topic about secrets. But this one, we've had a video do well on Instagram, and it's about worst landlords. And people have been commenting their worst landlords. So we're going for a few of these. People have been commenting their worst landlords. My landlord once pulled a pair of my knickers out of his pocket, dangled them in front of my face, and said, "These belong to you."
Oh God.
I am never speechless, but I grabbed them without saying a word, mortified. Needless to say, I started looking for a new place immediately. To this day, I still don't know how he got them. With no warning, he called workers in to completely repaint the house.
Good.
The trouble is, they had to disable the heating for 2 weeks in late December in an uninsulated house.
That's bullshit. I don't think you have to do that. Like,
It was full of mice and the fire alarms constantly went off. I think, is this your ex-housemate? A landlord asked me to drop him off at a mate's as he didn't drive. I didn't realise he was a drug dealer.
oh, entrepreneurial with his drug money. Fair enough.
My ex-landlord wanted a Zoom call with me after I told him that the boiler wasn't working. He then proceeded to explain the benefits of cold showers and the importance of using less hot water.
That is so funny.
He told me all of this from a hot tub.
Yeah, so the thing is, right, it's actually, I've been watching some of that bloke.
Wim Hof.
Yeah, Wim Hof. And it's better for you to actually have a bit of cold shower.
Literally. So this is a win one. Tried to keep our whole deposit when we moved out as he needed to redecorate the whole 4-bedroomed house. Luckily, we'd taken photos and he eventually got awarded 15 quid from the deposit scheme people instead of the 1,500 he thought he was owed. My husband's landlord, 24 years ago, told him his other girlfriend was much prettier than me and he should dump me. On further inquiry, given Hobbs was only dating me, his other girlfriend turned out to be me with glasses on.
What? What the fuck?
How weird. So thank you very much to all the people who sent in those comments. But now we move on to this week's fail mail, which is, what is the worst or craziest secret you've ever had to keep?
All right. So I had a few sent in. One lady just wrote pregnant. So that's
Yeah, it's big.
it's a pretty crazy one to keep.
That's a stressful one.
Yeah, very, very, very stressful. Okay, this one's pretty crazy. My cousin asked if she could marry me. Weird. Worst bit, I was a second choice. I have a secret girlfriend.
What the hell?
I don't even. Yeah, fair.
Well, this is along those lines. That my girlfriend when I was 13 was technically my niece.
Okay.
And that was sent in by Phillip Scofield.
Phil. Yeah, that's a lot of.
Niece.
Yeah. Bridesmaid was hooking up with an usher. Both in relationships. Everyone was at the wedding.
Legends. That's what you want, that saucy gossip from the wedding. There was a lack of gossip from the wedding I went to. As a teen, I got lost in the forest but managed to get out and come back home in time. Mum still doesn't know.
Oh, fair. 26-year-old flatmate, also my former co-worker, was dating her and mine old boss, who was 52 years old and married.
Bloody hell. Mate, there's so much. The corporate life has so much good gossip. Not going to lie, man. There's always shit going on. That's a groomer, though. Groom. Take them to the groom room.
Yep.
Accidentally sent "I love you" text to my sister instead of a girl with the same name.
Oh, that's
Fine.
That's all right.
Fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of mine were just people getting with each other, but I had one fairly good one. That my ex shat in a Mackie's bag in the back of her car and then threw it onto the highway.
Oh my god. What's wrong with people?
That is surely
Every step of that is horrendous.
If you had stopped at McDonald's and you're on the highway, surely there would have been other service stations you could have stopped at. Why did she have to shit in a bag?
I'm going to guess, maybe like hungover.
Yeah, but it's just still what Tom's point is.
Trusted a fart.
Oh, maybe. But Tom's
know.
point is valid.
No,
and
no,
also,
no.
they don't have good McDonald's
No.
bag. They don't have good, I don't know, strength to them.
And then
Yeah,
they
you
threw
gotta-
it onto the highway.
Oh.
No, you could have stopped at a service station. You could have said, I needed a poo. There's no reason that you were like, you
Also,
chucked
do
it.
it in the chip holder at least, not just straight into the bag.
That chip holder, can it hold? That can it hold what's coming, Captain? That chip holder. Get more chip holders.
I like the idea that the driver was like, oh, okay, we'll stop at a service station. She was like, no, don't even worry about it. I shit in a bag.
Nah, that's good. I've sorted it. What?
Yeah.
Have you got any chips left?
How would she even, let's just say that there's two of them in the car, presumably, and not more.
At least.
If she is in the front seat, right?
No, it did say in the back
Oh,
of the car.
okay, so she crawled into the back seat of the car and held McDonald's.
Like squatted in the little like...
Squatted and shut in a bag. Can we ask for a bit of a follow-up for this for next week? Because I want to know exactly how that went down and why.
Also,
It could have been the boyfriend could have been a piece of shit and was like, no, we're not stopping.
Yeah,
we're not stopping.
Oh,
mate."
you just assumed. I know for a fact that these people are lesbians.
Okay.
well, same thing. I would, if I knew that person forever, they'd be like Ellen shat in a bag.
yeah,
Yeah.
Shatty bag. Yeah. Ellen Shatty bag forever.
Ellen shat in a bag Higgins or something
Yeah.
like that.
Shitties. Yeah, that's fucking disturbing. And I would like a bit more context for why she did it and they didn't go to a service station for next week. Subscribe to our Patreon and we'll get the answer to that. Okay, guys, thank you so much. This has been All I Do Is Fail. We love you. Thank you for listening to us. If you want to share this with any of your mates, please do. Ali?
Appreciate it. Thanks so much for listening. Hope you're having a great week. If you want to come to any of my shows, I've got loads of shows happening. Work in progress shows before August, and I'm up at the Edinburgh Fringe doing a show up there. So if you're up there, give me a shout. But otherwise, just hit me up on my socials. Thanks so much for listening.
Go up to the Edinburgh Fringe so Ali can win the Edinburgh Fringe Award.
Yay.
There's no award.
Is there not this year?
Well, not at the moment.
Oh.
They're looking for a sponsor.
Yeah. We're looking for a round. We've got some ideas. Yeah.
AIDIF?
Yeah.
Al Shabab.
Al Shabab, Wagner Group. They've all been thrown in the hat. They've all been.
Phoebe, anything to?
No, just thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.